He had never been held by a woman. He had never held anything. Born without arms, he was left on a church step as an infant. The world called him cursed, and he believed them. He built a life alone in the Montana wilderness, learning to write with his feet, to eat with his toes, to fire a rifle with his shoulder. He needed no one. He trusted no one. Until she came. Her name was Lydia, and she was running from a husband who had tried to kill her. Her wagon broke down outside his gate, her baby crying in her arms. She was desperate, not brave. He watched her from the porch, this woman who did not flinch at his empty sleeves. She did not ask for pity. She asked for shelter. Just one night, she said. He nodded. She stayed a week, then a month. She cooked, she cleaned, she talked to him as if he were a man, not a curiosity. He learned her story, her pain, her dreams. One night, her baby, Samuel, would not stop crying. Lydia was exhausted, near collapse. She looked at the armless man and whispered a question that changed everything. Could you hold him? Just for a moment. I need to sleep. He stared at her, then at the child. He had never held anything in his life. He did not know how. He nodded. She placed Samuel on his chest, between his shoulder and his neck. The baby stopped crying instantly, pressing his small face against the man's beard. The man sat frozen, afraid to move. But Samuel's tiny hand curled around his collar, and something broke open inside him. He had never been touched with love. Lydia watched from the corner of her eye, tears streaming. She saw the man's face transform from fear to wonder to a joy so pure it hurt. She knew then. The days became weeks, the weeks months. He learned to cradle Samuel with his shoulder, to rock him with his body, to whisper songs without using hands. Lydia never asked him to be her husband. She never asked him to be anything but what he was. But one evening, she took his face in her hands and kissed him. You are not broken, she said. You are the most whole man I've ever known. He could not wipe his own tears. She wiped them for him. The husband came back with 3 armed men, demanding his wife and child. The armless man stood on the porch, Samuel asleep against his chest, and faced them. You will not touch them, he said. The men laughed. Then he kicked the rifle from the ground to his shoulder and fired a single shot that split the nearest man's hat. They left. They never returned. Lydia stood behind him, her hand on his back, and whispered, You saved us. He shook his head. You saved me first. That autumn, they were married in the meadow. He wore a harness Lydia had sewn, and she placed flowers in his empty sleeves so he could carry them. Samuel learned to walk holding his father's leg. When people stared, the boy would say, My papa has the strongest hugs in the world. He was not wrong. Years later, a traveling photographer asked to capture the family. The image showed Lydia kneeling beside her husband, their children around them, his smile wider than any arms. The man born without arms became the most beloved figure in the territory, not because he overcame his body, because he finally let someone love him. And that love held everything